Hello. Welcome in everyone to Nearing Nerdvana, but not just any Nearing Nirvana. This one is special because tonight we are celebrating our channel's 2-year anniversary. Oh, it's insane. It's been that long. Before we get into that, thank you to Cover Price. They have been our sponsors, and we appreciate you very, very much. One of the best resources that you can use to track prices and keep track of your own collection. So make sure that you use the code Nerdvana14 for 99 cents. It's a whole month of their unlimited membership. And shout out to Bird City Comics, our sponsored retailers. Tonight we launched our first ever 3D cover done by Hal Lauren. It's a Howard the Duck homage, and it's so badass. I've had the privilege of being able to kind of test it out before anybody else, and it's so neat. His little feet and his little arms pop out at you, and the little stars behind him look like they're moving. It's a trip. So yeah, if you haven't, go ahead and check that out. And our other sponsor, Namesh. No joke, you have been the biggest supporter of this channel, so thank you so much for always being here and keeping
Thank you, Namesh. That's awesome, bro.
Thank you.
I get $1.50. Hell yeah, bro.
Wait, did you get a raise? I thought we were at 98 cents. Joe.
No, it was 17 cents.
So how'd it go to $1.50?
That's a big jump. That's a big jump.
The economy, right? Inflation. What are you gonna do?
It's everything that I do for the channel and how hard I work. So I really appreciate the raise.
We really appreciate you. I really appreciate you pressing my Astonishing Ant-Man book. Cannot wait to get that in.
I can go get it so you can look at it.
No, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it until it comes back from CGC. Then I'm just gonna do a whole video around it. But
God, let's see. Every single page was bent at the corner. I was like, oh my God.
Well, that'll give me a 9.4, right? That's why I got a 9.4. But as long as you can press them out, I'll be happy with a 9.6. If I get a 9.6, I'll be thrilled.
Okay.
That's where I'm setting the bar for me.
Please, Lord, baby Jesus.
Be a 9.6. It comes back a 9.2.
No, I want a 9.8, man.
Ooh,
the book is beautiful.
You can't tell me what the grades are. I'm just going to be like completely surprised. Be like,
those Jubilees came out really nice. The X-Men.
Really? That was Ants.
Okay, I'll bend them.
All right, before we go into the show stuff, we got Lucy, Mama Comics, here with us tonight. She's one of the founding members of Nearing Nirvana, so it was only right that she was here. Jen, our other founding member at Comic Aficionado. Britt is in the background. She is our graphic designer. Make sure you give her some love in the chat. And then Joe's been with us for, almost a year now?
More?
It's been longer than that. You remember when you fired me from Comic Book Women?
We were on Tells. He was with us on Tells, Comic Book.
I wrote it down. I put it on my calendar when you canned me.
Yeah.
Nothing but girls.
I think it's girls, Joe. Comic Women. Jeez.
When we moved.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Comic Book. Oh God, I'm such a moron.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, ladies.
I like how he was that his wife asked him, "What did you do?"
Hey, she's a victim blamer. Like all the shit that happens to me, she always says, "What did you do?" Like she takes everybody else's side, man.
That is so funny.
And last but not least,
I'll tell you like this. I was good. I told Aaron like this. I'm gonna tell you a story, but there's no punchline or anything because I actually like paused and said, you know what? I'm not gonna do anything. But this is the shit that happens to me. I'm at a gas station. There's only a couple of pumps. The other ones have baggies on them because I guess they ran out of gas. So I'm waiting behind this lady. And she sees me and we make eye contact. And then she turns back and then she goes inside. And I said, oh, okay, I guess she doesn't have a credit card and she's paying in cash. And she comes out. She pumps her gas. She's there, la, 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 la. And I go, well, I guess she's filling her tank, She puts finally, like after about 10 minutes, she puts the thing in there. She looks behind me and I'm still waiting. And she gets in and then she's in there for another like 5 minutes. And I'm like, and I was going to honk and I was borderline fixing to get out of my car. And like I said, you know what? I'm not going to do anything. So she drove off. I pull up the vehicle next to me. He goes, He goes, yeah, man, I saw the whole thing. She was on her phone.
Yeah, I was just gonna say she was on, and they're on probably texting or
And
something.
then I looked at what she paid, and she only paid $10. And so she was acting like she was pumping for a long time. And I'm telling you, people do that shit to me. And like, that's it. That's the last time I'm gonna be nice, because next time I'm just gonna go off.
I
I'm
would
just
have given
telling
a
you.
little a little warning honk, like a honk honk, like
Mm-mm.
move your ass.
Next time, like, I'm just gonna ram the car.
Who is that from Frightening Tomatoes, Tawanda? Kathy Bates?
Oh.
You know
I like
what?
it.
You know what? And then I was thinking pleasant thoughts on how her car was being repossessed. Please, Lord,
That energy out there, huh?
God,
Wow.
what a dickhead, man.
There is a lack of courtesy, Joe. I completely agree with you. I think people
That's above and beyond,
yeah, like did not give a shit. Like, wait, okay, hear me out. If you're crossing the street, like let's say you're leaving a grocery store and a car's coming, do you kind of put a little pep in your step to get out of the road? I kind of do
Yeah.
like a little
Mhm.
light jog to get out of the road because I know the car's
I
waiting.
will jog if not run out of the street.
Yeah,
Right.
same.
If a car approaches you, you're like, okay, move your ass a little bit. I'm at Bash's the other day and I'm like waiting, and this lady walks as slow as
Oh, yeah.
humanly possible.
Yeah.
Wait,
And I'm sitting there
Overkill.
looking at her.
Was she
Huh?
old?
No, she was like in her 30s.
Okay.
And she actually
Oh,
even
okay.
kind of looked at me like, what are you gonna do? And she like walks slower, and I'm like channeling my inner Joe. I'm like, don't do it. Don't give her a little
Mm.
tap. I thought about it, like just clip her in the ankles a little bit, just teach her a little lesson. But I'm like, do I want to go to jail? No.
Yeah, I know it, dude. I know exactly what you mean. And it's like their way of showing some kind of power over you. Like,
Walk slower.
I'm going to deliberately do this because I know you're in a
run with
hurry.
my kids, like so I don't have to I don't want to get hit, like I'm just gonna move out of it right away.
Yes,
Well,
the bash is at Reeves. Yes.
Yeah, and I don't, I assume good intentions, right? So you never know if they could have like some kind of injury or something like that, or like they just need to take a shit, so they're walking slow because they're afraid they might shit their pants. Like I assume good intentions, but like I know exactly what you mean. There's a lot of people that like they have a lot of bad luck because they just have bad karma and they're going to take it out on other people,
Yes, we can't let them do that. We can't let them affect our karma, right, Joe? We got to
Right.
just
We have great karma,
yeah. This is a
I have
good
nothing but
karma
love
channel.
for everybody.
I like how he's all with cross arms.
I know he's all defensive. He's like, we gotta love all these fuckers.
Hey, Chad
All of them.
Cave said the last time I jogged, I tore my meniscus.
Well, just just walk a little bit. Sorry, Cynthia, we haven't said hi yet. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
You're one
Hi,
of our
Miss
little-
International.
Yeah, Mrs. International. There you go.
Joe, it's been a long time.
She's going to Disney.
Woo,
Yeah.
woo.
Wait, when?
Remember she was saying
Yeah. I leave
Hello.
next Friday.
That's right. Okay, that's right.
Yeah. Okay. So, guys, real quick before we continue, we have a lot of giveaways. Well, not a lot. We have few giveaways. And I'm gonna do one. I have some people on the wheel. I'm gonna do one right now before we continue.
Let's do it.
One is gonna be for me. I'll throw some books in there, but then mostly it's gonna be I'm gonna make you somebody, whoever wins, a near Nerdvana shirt. All you have to do is just send me your size and then obviously your address once you win. But let me share my screen.
We're gonna
real
give shit away
quick.
all night. I think that sounds like fun. I
What?
have a bunch of stuff here, so we'll just give shit away all night long.
Can I give some away too?
Yeah, you can.
Sure. So I got the wheel right
Okay.
now. Let me see.
This
I
is for the
just saw-
shirt.
This is for the
Okay.
shirt. Hold on.
me
I
see
just
what
saw
I
somebody
got.
one more. Wayne. Yeah, make sure you stay active in the chat. Let me add one more that I just saw.
Planet Arizona. I've never had White Castle ever.
What? You never had White Castle? You need to go to Vegas, man.
Never.
I
I've
don't-
never
I've
had
had
it.
White Castle. Isn't it
You go
everywhere?
gambling all night, and then you hit up a White Castle at like 4:00 in the morning. It's freaking
No, that's
amazing.
what Jack in the Boxes are for. You go to Jack in the Box when you're drunk.
Oh no. White
Something
Castle,
crazy
they have
about
these little itty bitty slider burgers, man. They're
The squares.
Crystals is better.
good, man. And I think they're curly fries.
Okay,
Really
whoever's
good.
commenting, I'm gonna draw it right now.
Oh,
I have
okay, yeah.
22 people, so whoever wins is for the shirt. Make sure you
So-
message me on Instagram.
Why is it
Oh, I
going
thought it was gonna be
slow?
TiVo. I thought it was gonna be TiVo. It's so close.
Hey,
Hey there,
Make
DM
sure-
Malloy.
make sure you message me on Instagram with your shirt size and give me a little bit because it'll take me a little bit just to make it because it takes a little bit. But message me on Instagram. And
All right, let's kick this show off, guys. Congratulations. That was the first giveaway of the night, but we're going to talk some news and then we're going to play some Drunkovision once we're all a little bit
Mhm.
tipsy. And yeah, we have a lot of giveaways tonight, so make sure you're active in the chat. That's how Lucy's basing these, I believe.
yes.
Lucas.
So this one. So
Look at
this one.
Lucas' comments.
Who's this? No.
All right,
That's
so the
funny.
first thing we're talking about, the Super Mario Brothers movie, which Anthony and the kids are going to see tonight, expected to rake in $141 million in the opening weekend. I'm curious what you guys think because I know that Chris Pratt was getting all kinds of like hate for not being Italian, but playing an Italian character.
Mm-hmm. Well, it calls acting. That's what I think. He's an actor. If
In the
he
trailer,
did
he didn't
good,
sound-
if he did good in the when they do the what is it called, the not interview, casting call, whatever, like then I don't know.
Wait, but real quick, in the trailer, did he sound Mario or did he sound like Chris Pratt?
Sounds like Chris Pratt trying to be Mario.
Mm.
I wish we could play the trailer, but they'll like ban us if we do. Joe, do you have an opinion on this?
Like if the movie's good, I don't really worry about the voice unless it's super freaking annoying and it's like over the top. The animation looks fantastic, and I heard that there's a lot of Easter eggs and a lot of like video game sounds that you have to really pay attention to. I heard that there was a lot of cheering when some of these little Easter eggs were
There you go.
what
There
was
you go.
that?
What the hell was that? Was that
Like
your
the
cat?
cat.
purring?
Is that the cat?
What the hell? Did somebody take a dump? What's going on?
It's me. That's
The
all.
weirdest purr. That
Wow.
did not sound like a purr.
Was that a purr?
He was rubbing his chin up against the mic, and
Is
yeah,
that a
it was like-
chupacabra? What the hell? Hey, Lucy, somebody's got a chupacabra in there, man.
Oh, it's a choopy. A choopy.
Oh, yeah. So they're making a show about a chupacabra.
Calling it choopy. That sounds
It's called
so
choopy.
gross, dude. That sounds so gross.
Chupa.
Okay, so see, Chris Pratt's an actual old school voice actor. So what you hear is what Nintendo wanted. So
Oh, okay.
there you go,
And then-
guys.
And also, Still Chillin' said that he had a friend go see it and said that he laughed harder than his kids. So
I heard
okay.
it was really funny that the kids are loving it. So that's cool. Thank you, Comments and Chaos for the super sticker. Thank you guys. They just started one more.
I think it's good, man. It gets families out and about and going to the movies again. And, you know, after like since COVID, people have just been staying home, I love the movies and I hope they continue to put out some good stuff. So, we can just go back to the movies again.
And
Okay,
I
but
hear
Joe-
something that it said.
Go ahead, Lucy.
Remember, this is for the kids, So it's like, I mean, right?
Can we go back to
Like
people being
everybody's
assholes real
played,
quick, though?
everybody's played some kind of Mario at some point,
It got me
whether
in my
it's
parents' divorce, actually.
right
when I was
at
getting
some
divorced.
point, maybe 5 minutes to like 5 million minutes. Like somebody's played Mario Brothers, and
It
it's
hits
an
home.
iconic game. It changed
is.
video games.
I still don't know to this day why blowing in the cartridge would fix it.
Because you will
It
take
got
out the dust.
out of it.
Oh, I would do
Yeah.
it. I never understood like
Let's
what.
go. Like a
Maybe
harmonica?
because you were spitting. Did you spit on it? Because if you put spit on it, you have to go like.
Wait,
Make
Or
sure you take out
alcohol
that
with a Q-tip.
all the saliva, so you wouldn't
Or
get the
just
saliva.
smack it really hard. That works too.
And then you
Breaks
break it.
But,
Okay, I thought this comment was so funny. Sorry, that Chris Hemsworth in the it's not God, but I love this even more. This is depending on the woman you ask, Hemsworth's a God.
That's a good point. Our team is awesome. Guys, there's over 30 of you here with us tonight. Thank you for celebrating our 2-year anniversary. We were just talking news, but we were talking about people being assholes earlier. So just do me a favor. If you're in the theater and it's at a quiet part in the movie, that is not the time to open your red vines. Do that when it's like loud and people won't hear you. That drives me nuts in theaters when somebody next to me is like,
Oh yeah, dude.
or they're like making their icy straw.
Oh yeah.
I hate that sound. Yes.
You know, I'm glad there's assigned seats now, because I used to hate. You know, that's why I always told my wife we need to get there early, and she would always like, "Well, the movie doesn't start till 8 o'clock." I go, "No, we got to get there because we're going to be those people." And those people were the ones that the seats were all full, and they would come in at the time the movie's starting, and then they're like, and pointing so they don't look fucking stupid. Maybe over there, maybe like just to try and play it off like they're cool. And then I would yell out, sit in the front, sit all the way in the front. You're late. And people would just start cracking up. But people would have the audacity to go, "Hey, can you scoot one down so we can?" Like, no, you're late. Get out of here.
But even with assigned seating, Britt and I went to go see a movie, assigned seating, and as we're walking in, the people behind us are like, "Oh, I bought the whole entire row. This is the row we're in." And I look at my phone. I'm like, "No, they didn't. I got the middle seats." And so as we're talking, they get past us and they sit down, and then Britt's like, "Oh, it's just somewhere else." I'm like, "No, I clicked in. I paid for those."
I'm D3. Damn it.
So I went and I didn't cause a scene. I was just like, my seats. And then he was like, "Oh no, I have the whole row." I'm like, and then he
You're all,
what did he do?
Here's the proof.
What did he do? He just said, "Oh."
Well, they looked confused. And I was like, I mean,
hey, go talk to the front. Sorry.
I know Laura knows this because I put it on Instagram about like punking the girl. She tried to accuse me that I didn't pay for my seats for Attack of the Clones because they oversold. So I had to sit on the floor with my friends, and then a cop is telling me, "Oh, it was, come here, sir," you know, and she thought I didn't have my ticket. She goes, "I saw you in the lobby, and I know you came out of the first showing, and now here you are again." And I'm like, "What?" And so I'm like frantically looking for my ticket, and then I felt that little ticket stub. I went, "Oh yeah," and I put that ticket right in front of her. And I said on the video, she made a sound like King Kong punched her in the stomach. She went, and I went, "Yeah, in your face, in your face." And the cop is all like, "Well, sir, come on, calm down. I want my money back. I'm embarrassed.
Apology. I want free popcorn for a year."
Yeah, no shit, man.
They should have done something.
But that was awesome, though. You should have seen the look. She turned pale. I didn't feel sorry for her one bit.
Sorry. I forgot to ask you to fix this for me. The words is too dark.
We get the idea. Indiana Jones is going to return to Cannes Film Festival for the world premiere of Indiana Jones and The Dial of Destiny, directed by James Mangold, on Thursday, May 18th. So that'll be interesting. We'll get a bunch of reviews. I can't for the life of me understand how this guy is still doing this stuff. Isn't he like 70 something?
There was a small trailer. Yeah, there's a small trailer for this too. I saw a little bit like a teaser trailer, and it looks good. It looked good.
How old is he? Anybody know?
80.
Yeah, 80. You're
He's
right.
80?
He's 80.
No shit.
That's Han Solo, bro. You know?
Wait, sorry, go back to one more thing about this. What do you guys think? Sorry. What do you guys think? Dang it, I went away. Where is that? What do you guys think of Leguizamo still saying that he's like boycotting Mario Bros, that he's all but her because they didn't ask him to be on it or whatever. What do you guys think about that? Isn't that
I don't know who that is. Who are you talking about?
Leguizamo, what's his name?
Yeah.
John Leguizamo.
Oh,
Yeah,
John Leguizamo.
He was
Yes.
in the live action.
Yeah, which it was not good, right?
Well, I mean, it was,
mean,
you know.
Yeah,
Tough
but
shit.
because
You
of
didn't
the,
guess.
but then he keeps like, because he's like supposedly going for you know, guys, you guys know I'm Mexican, right? Like, and I get it. Like we
Are
talked
you?
about.
No shit, really?
I was so excited that the cast for Blue Beetle, they are like Mexican Americans, right? And this guy, what he's promoting and wants and push that he has a platform that he's pushing for more the roles like that Hispanics, Mexicans are not getting them, they're giving it to other people, like Chris Pratt, right? So he's pissed about that. So
Well, I've heard that Leguizamo is a problem to work with. That's why he wasn't in John Wick 4. You
Oh,
know,
wow.
so
Listen,
like
it would have
I've
been
heard
nice.
Leguizamo could be his own worst enemy, but I don't know if that's true. But I know he wasn't in John Wick 4, and he was
What,
in parts 1, 2, and 3.
was he? I don't even remember him.
Yeah, he
Jen's
was the
gonna
guy that
bestow some
worked at
wisdom, guys.
the car stripping
Dealer.
strip
Oh
shop or
yes, you're
whatever.
right. You're right.
Jen.
So he was in the 93 film. It would have been a nice tip of the hat. Kind of like when they did oh shoot, Britt, who is that actress that she wanted to really be in that remake and she was really hurt that they didn't ask her?
God.
I mean, Joe, what do I keep telling you? Just because you're offended doesn't make you right.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
kinda how I
I get
feel about
offended
it.
all the time, and everybody tells me I'm wrong.
Huh?
Which one? I think I know which one you're talking about, Jen. I think I know.
It's
Because there
true.
was few like that. There's few things like that.
Sorry, I'm drinking and Joe's funny. Like,
Oh,
this is
wasn't it
bad
Hocus
company.
Pocus the same thing? Wasn't
Oh,
it
yeah,
something like
yeah.
that with Hocus Pocus sitting as
Oh yeah, Hocus Pocus. Yeah, they could
Okay.
easily, like, it doesn't take very much to give them a small
Yeah,
cameo. They
cameo.
did that even in the. They've done it a couple times in movies, and it's nice. You're like, oh, that was a quick one-liner. Everyone's like, hey, it's that person, and then
Oh, you don't even have to talk, just like in the bag, you know, like
I
don't
get
know.
that, but if those actresses hadn't made Hocus Pocus, they
Did you know
wouldn't have
Lucy
been
texted me?
making a new Hocus Pocus. John Leguizamo almost ruined the Mario franchise in that shitty live action show. Like it was terrible. I saw Trish even put it on there that it sucked.
Mhm.
Even Trish said it sucks. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
if Trish says it sucks, it sucks,
It was
bro.
good because when you were a kid, I honestly don't remember watching it. I remember Lennox used to watch a show on Netflix, and it was Luigi and Mario, but it was a show. I don't remember.
we gotta
The
move so much
cast.
faster, guys. We're not gonna be done time. Hold on, let's keep going. All right, we were talking about him being old, but he's Han Solo, so it works. Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
looking forward to it. I think that
Yeah.
these series are fun, and I like
Wow.
all of them.
you like Crystal Skull?
I liked it. Cynthia, did you watch it?
Crap.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with Joe.
Caca.
Was it as good as the other ones?
Jen?
No, but I didn't mind it. It was good.
I
It's
mean,
okay.
Cynthia was
They
saying.
did it. Sorry, go ahead.
Cynthia.
Cynthia, go ahead. Go ahead, Cynthia.
Yeah,
Really?
I've seen all the Indiana Jones movies. So yeah, some are better than others. I think that's with all sequels though.
Mhm.
So yeah.
If you get a
I
chance-
remember when I saw Raiders of the Lost Ark, and I kept on asking my parents for a bullwhip. Like I had it in my mind when I was a kid, I was going to go to school, and I was going to whip somebody.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
I love his hat.
Ugh.
But if you get a chance, South Park season 12, episode 8. If you have HBO Max,
Mhm.
I think it describes how Joe and I both feel about Crystal Skulls.
Crystal Skull, I don't know. I really like
Wow,
Kate
I
Blanchett, so I'm like maybe I'm a little biased, but I think she's so I like her.
Oh.
I didn't like her in that role, but I like her.
Hmm.
She was good in Lords of the Rings. Huh?
This new one will hopefully be a good
Level it back out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's keep going. That was it. I don't know what this is
Okay.
about, Lucy. Why did we
So
include this?
this one, they announced that they are doing a series on HBO. So they're gonna divide it like in each book is gonna be a season.
What?
And it's gonna
How do I
be
not
all
know this?
recast. It's gonna be all recast, not the same cast. It's gonna be all recasted and everything. So it's gonna be a whole new thing. And they're gonna try to follow, since on the obviously the movies they cut a lot out. They're gonna try to kind of stay a little bit more true to the book.
No shit. This is
So it's
amazing.
yeah, but then there's a lot of people that are kind of complaining that like they should just leave it alone. That we don't
No,
need a
don't
new.
leave it alone. Keep going.
I want this to happen
On
So
HBO Max too, it'll be bloody and be like there's some sexier scenes and there can be like all kinds of violence. Yes, I'm for it.
yeah, so I know when I saw this, I was like, I know Laura's gonna like this, so that's why I added this to the news. I didn't add any words, so I want you to be. I didn't know if you knew, but I want you to
No,
be
I didn't
surprised.
know. This is a genuine reaction. This is cool.
Yeah, so I just thought it was gonna be cool, but a lot of people they're not happy
There's
about it.
so
Some
much
people are
left out of the
good,
books though. They're
so
like
they're
the
trying to
movie-
focus. Yeah, each
they're like-
season is gonna be a book, so that's pretty cool, right?
I'm in.
Mm.
I'm a total Potterhead
You
though,
see?
so anything. There might be some about her because of the
and because
J.K.
she
Rowling.
has total control too. That's
J.K.
another
Rowling
thing.
does?
Yes. She's going to be very, very much involved. So that's another thing that people are like arms about,
I don't know. They all said that nobody was going to play the game, and the game has been a humongous success.
Yes. I mean, said not for Trish. What did you say? This Trish wants K-pop land.
She probably would love that,
Hey,
actually.
I love K dramas. I've been watching so much. So, but yeah, so I know she's gonna be very involved, and I know but I mean, she wrote the book.
She wrote the book. She should be involved. Yeah. I have a soft spot for Harry Potter. They got me through a lot of weird points in my life. So speaking of which, I know you guys aren't all into Harry Potter, but let's talk about this, Jen. Have you heard about this? Have you seen the trailer?
Mhm.
I watched it. I don't know. I lost track of how many times I rewatched it.
Oh man, it was great.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I wish.
Hey, Ron.
I think 2028, 2027 is the next time Celebration will be in the US. Right now it's in Europe. One day I'll get to go.
She looks really pretty. I don't know much about Star Wars or any much.
Oh my God, Lucy!
Seriously, Lucy, how can you not know everything about Star Wars?
Didn't we tell her to watch Star Wars?
I'm not.
No, she's
I have
Star Wars.
watched the movie. I have watched the movies. I'm just not into it. Like like that video that Laura posted. It was exactly me. Like too many fucking names.
I bet you she saw them all out of order. You know, she probably started with Phantom Menace.
I can't even pronounce.
If you start with Phantom Menace, you won't want to watch anything.
So it's like
what the hell?
You know. I
Rebels,
know everybody's
Lucy. Start with Rebels. That's my recommendation, which I don't.
Rebels is really good.
That's where I would start if I were you. That's where I.
Oh, for this, yeah.
Yeah. If you're like Star Wars is overwhelming, I don't know where to start. I start with Rebels from the animated side of it, and that's actually helped a lot because there are so many tie-ins and there are so many characters and there's so much to connect between the different. But that's also what makes Star Wars kind of brilliant.
I think this is going to be so good.
The timelines are like everywhere. Like it's like Star Wars is like Marvel to me when it comes to comics. It's like what we were saying last week. It's like too much.
Cynthia, do you watch Star Wars? Are you a fan?
Like I've seen like all the Star Wars movies, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I've been watching The Mandalorian. I haven't watched any of the animated series because I'm not a big animated person. It has to be something very particular for me to watch it. If
Rebels
it's
is
animated.
good. Rebels.
So
We're the Bad Batch. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Okay, so like you guys, there you go. You guys have a question. Do I need to watch Clone Wars to understand Rebels?
But you need to watch Clone Wars so you can see Ahsoka introduced, so that you can appreciate why she was so beloved by this new generation of Star Wars fans.
Yeah, people didn't like her at first. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people in the
Didn't
movie
understand her.
because she was calling him Sky Guy, and
Yeah.
and then so you watch the movie first. It's a small movie, and that's how she becomes Padawan, like a Padawan, and then Clone Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask a
What?
weird question? Is she
What?
kind of hot? She's kind of hot,
She
right?
looks pretty. She looks really
I
pretty.
love her eyes.
Yeah,
Mhm,
like
the
that's-
eyes.
Those eyes.
I know.
Thank you, Des.
All right. So next part of the Lucy. I don't
Hmm?
lob you in. I always say your name wrong.
Chat
Did you touch my
Q&A.
buttons or did I touch my buttons?
You touched it. I didn't. I'm
Oh,
over
did I
here.
touch my button twice and blame you? My bad.
Yes.
This is kind of a new segment. Before we go on to Drunkovision, which is I'll be hosting that, so you guys better get ready. Cynthia, Jen, Joe, Lucy. I picked some good ones, so you better be ready for that. But before we continue, we've never done this before. We've seen it done on Instagram and whatnot. So we are opening the chat to Q&A. You guys can ask any member of the panel tonight a question, and we will do the best we can to answer it. It can be in regards to the channel, in regards to our personal preferences, whatever. So once we see a question pop up, Lucy will put it up on the screen, and whoever's it's addressed to, we'll do what we can to answer.
Can I
it.
say something?
You have a question, Jen?
Yeah. I think it's crazy that we did
What?
we did so many shows just
So
as
many
comic book
shows.
women on Flipside for 6 months. And then this channel was born, Nearing Nerdvana. Like this started out as a new friends, I'll say at first it was acquaintances, right? Because I didn't have a relationship with anybody. But look at this.
Hey, Brian McClay says shoot him a link.
I'm doing it right now. No, Jen has a point. 2 years ago, we were just 3 girls that were scared shitless about going live on this thing. We weren't sure how it was going to be received. And now you fast forward, we're hundreds of shows in. We have almost 2,000 subs, and we have over 5+ shows a week. And I think over 20 regular crew members, which is incredible.
It's
Yeah.
been amazing.
awesome.
Yeah, like I mean, I wish we had recorded when we came up with Near Nirvana. My memories between Britt and and Laura coming up with that name.
Nearing Nirvana?
I can't really remember. Huh?
So
Hold on.
Am I
comic book women came from
No,
from
no,
Near
no,
Nirvana.
no. Near Nirvana. No, Near Nirvana. The name Near
Okay.
Nirvana, like I don't read. No. Near Nirvana came, like you said, 6 months
After comic book
into
women.
doing all this. Yeah, it's way later.
Yeah.
We didn't come up with that name till after 6 months.
Yeah.
Right. But I don't remember. Like I know because
It's
we were
Brit.
going through different ones. And then there's some that we didn't agree. Some that we were
Well,
like, yes.
it took us a month to come up with comic book women, right? Because Dino said it, and then we were like, so it took us a month.
None of us liked it. None of us liked comic book women.
I know,
Or at least I
but
didn't.
we ended up just doing it because it's like, okay, right? So
Yeah.
but then so that was a month for just comic book women and deciding what was gonna be called. And then Nearing Nirvana, we went through so many names, and then I credit Britt.
I got to answer this real quick.
Hmm.
Brian, welcome on in. I am only officially banned from one LCS. Only one.
Okay. So there's one first question, I think. Hold on.
it's Joe.
How does it feel? Red Hood. Okay. First is for how does it feel be on the show with so many beautiful women? Eh.
Dang, Ronnie.
Well, it's a story of my life. I mean, you got to get lucky. No, I've been very fortunate to have some people, support me in this whole podcasting thing. I was very nervous when I first started out, and Brian McClay was a huge influence, and then
Yeah.
Laura and Anthony inviting me, especially Ant. He was the first one to kind of
Yeah.
pump my pressing business or thing, and that was super cool. And then you inviting me to be a part of this is it's very nice.
Yeah, I see. The
Utopia.
some
we
of the
thought about.
names. Near Nirvana, near Northopia. I remember that. And I remember Britt doing a sketch on this. I remember the sketches. I remember when she was drawing this, and I remember this one, and I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah, she has a pad
She still
somewhere
has
of all the
it.
different. Yeah.
Hold on,
So
girls.
nobody
I'm
can
pausing for a
see it.
second. This one's going to be complicated. Answer quick. If you can have one guess, any guess from anything, who would it be and why? We're going to go down. We're going to go up the line. Lucy, you're first.
Okay, now wait, me last.
All right, Brian, you're here. I'm putting you on the spot. What's your answer to this?
Oh, if I could have one guess, any guess from anything, movies, comics, whatever, what would you choose and why? I would probably choose somebody from either music or Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
yes.
Joe Rogan's
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan's a huge influence on me, massive influence on me. A lot of people don't know. They think of Joe Rogan as this meathead guy,
He's really
and all this
smart.
stuff.
I
But
love Joe Rogan.
and I'm not a fan of Rogan's comedy. I mean, he's a funny guy, but he's not my I'm a dark comedy humor type guy. But Rogan really taught me how to kind of be honest about myself, if that makes sense. I think he's done that for especially a lot of males. He's been the person that has showed a lot of males that you can be honest and you can do it on the airwaves, and you can just have cool conversations with cool people. And I look at Joe Rogan as kind of like a godfather, if that's the best way to put it. So
That's a good
Yeah.
pick.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan.
and the music part, I've already interviewed my grail music person, which was my favorite
out.
singer. No, I wish. My favorite singer is a guy named Jonah Matranga. He was in a band called Far and One Line Drawing, and we had him on the podcast about
That's awesome.
in studio. He actually stayed at my best friend's house that night and gave us free tickets to a concert. It was very cool. It was like meeting your hero. It was kind of goofy,
That's awesome.
But before I let anybody else answer that, I wanna go back on something you guys were talking about. I heard Jen.
Are you gonna get all like emotional on us?
I am.
Brian?
I'm gonna get all
Are you gonna get
gushy.
emotional?
I am gonna get all gushy. All right. So for those of you guys that don't know, and most people do know, that Tales from the Flip Side is where most of us got our start. And Tales from the Flip Side is such a big part of my history, and it's a big part, I think, on a lot of people in the content community's history too, because it was just when it was on, there was nothing better. There was really nothing better. Everybody was hitting on all cylinders, and we were coming up with new shows and new ideas, and new people were joining this and that. And we had an idea. So for the longest time, Tales from the Flip Side was really me, Nico, and Dino. We would talk to each other every day, at least once. We would talk about what's going on, what the next show is going to be about, who are some people that we should look at to bring on, what are some ideas, this and that. And it was fun. It was a blast. And we started talking about how there's not a show out there for females. There really wasn't at the time. There was nothing. And I only knew Laura, and I had known Laura and Anthony for a short time. And I think I can't remember if I went to Laura first or if I went to Anthony first.
You went to Ant first.
I went to Ant first. Okay. And I said, I got an idea. I think that we should do a women in comics show, and we need Laura to host. She would be great, this and that. I think Dino reached out to Jen. Lucy, who reached out to you, Lucy?
You? I think it was you.
I think it was me, right?
Yeah.
I saw Lucy on Drunken Chat, and I immediately knew Lucy was the third person, right? And Jen Jen was absolutely the comic brains, right?
Mhm.
Jen was the person that like blew
Yeah.
us away. And Flipside was like a murderer's row of comic knowledge. And Jen blew us away, man. She was on her game big time. And don't shake your head like that, Jen. Don't shake your head like that. Give yourself
She's
some
too
credit.
modest. She's too
Yeah,
modest.
give yourself some credit because you're amazing and you need to give yourself that credit. So we locked in the comic knowledge, right? Lucy has a smile from heaven, right? I mean, like,
Mama!
It's contagious.
it is contagious. It is absolutely contagious. And also, let's be honest, Lucy brings another world. Lucy's not from the United States. She brings another world, and she's new to comics. She was working in a comic store, I believe, at the time.
Yeah.
And it was like a perfect fit. And then we bring in, Laura was the first person we went for because one, Laura's working in the comic industry. Her family is trying to created this business, and she is new to comics. She doesn't know anything about comics, but she loves it. And it was you guys, it was so freaking perfect. And for the first, I don't know how many shows, maybe 12 shows, I would sit in the background and I would produce from the back. And the
Oh my
girls
God,
didn't
that's
Our
realize
Oz.
this.
He was our Wizard of Oz voice.
Yeah. So the girls don't know this, but I didn't realize they couldn't see me the whole time, right? Because I thought that they were logged in under the StreamYard and could see me. And usually, if you guys don't know StreamYard, when you don't bring a person in and they're backstage, the person who logs into the StreamYard account can see those people, right? Because they need to be able to bring them in or this. And I didn't realize they could see me. So for the first like 10 shows, every time they would do something good, I'm in the background going, yeah.
And we had no clue.
And they had no clue, right? And I felt terrible. And I didn't tell them about it. But anyways, I felt like and I say it all the time, I'm proud of these girls. I'm proud of I'm proud of Cynthia. I'm proud of Cynthia coming in and jumping in on this. I'm proud of Sarah. I'm proud of everybody that you guys have brought on the show. It's amazing because it's just opening more minds to comic
Joe's
books.
okay. Joe's all right.
Yeah, and you guys do it in such a good way. And to see you guys grow is very important. But here's the thing that a lot of people don't realize, and I'm not throwing shade on anybody. This is not me throwing shade on anybody.
What?
For I would say the last 3 months that I was at Flipside, people didn't want you guys to be on the air. People didn't want it. They didn't want it. And
I'm gonna drink some more.
and you guys, if you guys knew how many times, and I'm not, again, please don't think this is me patting myself on the back or throwing shade at anybody's, but if you girls knew how many times I had to tell people,
Not
guys,
to fire us.
This is the best fucking show on the channel. This is the show. Whether you don't think the content is good, I think the content's the best on the channel. The meaning behind this show is so much bigger than anything else, right? So I have no bearing on this show. I told the girls immediately when things happened at Flipside and everything fell apart, I said, this is your show. This is your name. Take the name. Do whatever you want. Call it Nearing Nirvana. Call the show Comic Book Women. But this is your guys' show. Run with it, right? And they have, and I'm super proud. And I tell them all the time.
Real quick, who came up with the name Comic Book Woman?
I want to say that was me because it was so simple, right? It was so simple. We were trying to figure out names, and it was just like, one, it hits the algorithm, right? It hits the
That's
algorithm.
what the big thing was, the algorithm.
At first, it was, I think I wanted women in comics. And I was like, nah, I don't like that. And I'll just use it like in the description or something. But Comic Book Women just hits the algorithm. And it was surprising that there was nothing there. So I believe it was
So
me.
you were
I
doing
could've-
all the research, right? And trying to figure it out what was good and stuff.
The
yeah,
algorithm
so
thing is tough.
it
So-
is. It's very tough, man.
Can I say something real quick? I remember when I first got on the flip side, and we would have those Sunday meetings about like
I
what
remember the
went
meetings.
well and how can we get better. And one thing I always remember, Brian was always, hey, like we need to help comic book women. We need any ideas, and it was always Brian would always want to
Champion.
continue to build shows and make them better, and that's why when you guys asked me to jump on comic book women, that's why I jumped on, because I wanted to help.
I know, because a
So
lot of
because we need shows like that, because
Yeah.
you can't just have just guys. Why you want to open this up, and show everybody that this medium it can be for anybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, I think it's because we're women talking about comics, like, and this is mostly men, like the community is like mostly men, that they didn't see us as, like one that it's two that kind of new to comics. Jen has so much knowledge, and they didn't see us as, I guess, good people to be talking about comics.
Credible. We weren't credible yet.
You're the
Yeah.
best, though. That's what people don't understand. All right. So one of the good things about this show is that it happened at a perfect time, right? It happened at the time during the pandemic where everybody's at home. People are just trying to find new things to do at home and this and that. And we needed that. And you three, right, are perfect for that, because one, Jen's is great comic knowledge, right? But Lucy and Laura are basically new to this. And we had so many newbies come to the hobby, right? And how many of those newbies were at home with their wives or their girlfriends or their daughters or whatever and said, hey, check this out. Go look at
Grow
this.
with us, right? Grow with us.
Yeah, let's figure out. I remember, so one of the coolest things that we did in those early shows is you guys went and I think I mentioned to do a deep dive on a story, and it was Thor, the God Butcher, right? Gore the God Butcher. And you guys did such a great job on that, right? I don't know, was that your first time reading it, Jen?
No,
Lucy and I struggled like hell on that one.
It was like my second or third, but then they later told me that they tried to read it, and then who is you guys used?
We watched Cosmostorian.
Totally perfect, totally fine.
Because I was reading it, and it's like, I'm like, dude, I told Laura, I'm like, is it me that I don't understand the English, or am I like missing things? I'm so freaking confused because of the stories going back and forth, and I was like, I don't understand what's happening. I'm so like, I don't know how to put it into words to explain things. I need something to understand. So we found Comic Story in it.
Great site.
Anthony told me
Great
that.
site.
He's like,
yeah.
Well, hold on.
Yes.
Before Cynthia goes, I want to ask you, before you go, Cynthia, I know you have to leave, but I'm going to skip up the line here a little bit. So what would be the one guest you could have, any movie, comic, anything, to be on the show?
I'm a horror fanatic, so if I wanted to talk to anybody in an interview, I honestly would love to sit down with Stephen King and just pick his brain really well.
Oh my God.
I
yes.
love his literature, and yeah.
Hold on, you're breaking up on my end.
Wait, is she? Oh, that was my. It was like, am I breaking up? She's breaking
Like
up.
he's always been like
No.
he's always been a. I froze.
Oh, there.
So yeah.
That's awesome.
Can you hear me
I
now?
would love
That's
to.
a great pick. Thank you for being
Yes.
on the show. You've been an awesome addition. I know you need to go, so thank you. We love you.
Love you,
Love you guys.
Cynthia.
Thank
Bye,
you. Have a
Cynthia.
great night.
Thank you. Bye.
So
All right, so that
before-
was Cynthia.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
before I bounce, one last thing that I do want to say is, so
You don't want to stay for Drunkovision, Brian? You have Drunkovision.
I still got some stuff I got to do for the show.
Fine. Okay.
I'm gonna
Okay.
be on the
Okay.
show.
I'll let you go.
But that being said, the reason I'm so proud isn't because of that the show is good and this and that. I'm proud because you guys created this channel, right? And one of the things that I always said whenever we brought somebody on at Flipside is I said, the best thing that you can do is do a show here, but have something that you can tell people to go to that's yours, right? That is yours. And it took a little bit of time, but you created the channel and then you started bringing on other people, right? Hood's a perfect addition to any podcast. We all know that.
Yeah.
Yee, right? You started bringing on other female hosts, right? You started interviewing heavy hitters. As a matter of fact, you guys interviewed heavy hitters right out the gate. I think Niles was like your first interview, who's a guy who created one of the greatest comic books of all time, has been doing movies. So like you guys have built this huge thing and it's going to continue to grow, and you guys haven't burnt yourself out yet. We all come close to burning ourselves out, but you
But
know
what
when
do
to
you
take a
say,
break.
Brian? You say it has to be fun or it's not worth it.
100%. And if you have to take a break or whatever and make it fun again, that's what you do. And you guys have done a really great job. And you girls know I'm proud of you, but I just wanted to come on to tell everybody else that might not know the backstory and all this stuff, because it's super important. This was the very first, and I don't think there was another show, another female comic book, group show on YouTube. I don't think there was.
No.
So I think that this is the very first one, and I look at you three especially as like pioneers in this. So be proud of yourselves. Jen, don't ever shake your head when people give you comments or compliments, because you're worth it, right? You're amazing. Lucy, you're amazing. Laura, you're amazing. Hood, I love you, brother, and I'm out. Come check out the Hot 10 after Nearing Nerdvana.
Yes.
I'm going to redirect them to you. They're going to go straight to your channel. Thank you, Brian.
Bye, Brian.
Thank you.
Well,
That's
now I'm all
awesome.
fucking emotional and I've been drinking,
Right?
so it's like worse. Okay, let's just jump into what you guys just want to. Do we have any other questions, or should we just
Well,
jump in?
The Chris.
Okay,
the
so we
Chris-
had.
What?
Wait, can I
I'm
just-
freezing. Sorry.
What, Jen?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Jen.
the comment that I did is I can't pronounce their names, the last names, but Chris and Aaron and the writers from Jedi Fallen Order, because they created this universe and that character. I've been to chicken poop
Chicken shit. It's okay.
Yeah.
You can say it. Chicken shit.
to ask them to come on, but I definitely would love to talk to them about creating a game that's so immersive and a new character, and one day.
All right, we're gonna play something. Have all of you guys been drinking, or am I the only one? I thought it was like a celebrating night.
Drink right
So
now.
drinking like 2 things of vodka. Nobody? It's just me. Jen, can you please grab a beer so I don't feel so lonely here?
We don't have anything.
We're gonna end the night
Grab a
on a.
Sprite.
Oh my god, I'm the only one drinking. This is horrible.
I can't drink
Whatever.
right now.
But we're about to play. All right, listen up. I'm going to host this. I'm a little bit tipsy, but I'm going to make it sound good. We are going to play a game called Drunkovision. If you're not familiar with this, you haven't been watching us long enough, because it's our flagship game.
You start
Here's how it
slurring and so.
I'm gonna
You
start
heard
slurring.
why are drunk burger?
You're going to learn about Drunkovision real fast. And I get an accent too, something all southern. Anyway, you're going to see a pixelated image. These three, whoever yells out the title the fastest gets a point.
Somebody
and then I will
put sober
you
vision.
Wait, what is it?
Drunkovision.
I know,
Sober-
but
Okay,
is
you guys
sober-
are all sober.
it,
Sober vision.
is it movies, comics?
I don't know.
Oh wow!
Oh, jeez.
It is what
So
it
it's
is.
all- Okay. Let's
So-
let's
Okay.
do this.
Here we go.
We just
Are you
know
guys
the
ready?
answer. Yeah.
Mhm.
Drunkovision.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
it's
gonna
that, it's that new Star Wars Jabba Palace comic. It's the 1-to-25 ratio.
Holy hell, yes! This is the 1-in-25 Alex Believe Star Wars The Return of the Jedi Jabba's Palace. This was on the Hot 10 this week, so if you guys aren't following Cover Price, our sponsors, you should be. Jen, how did you know that? Like, what the
I've
hell?
Because-
seen, I work at a comic book
because she-
store now. This
because-
I feel like doing this show for 2.5 years,
Mhm.
Mhm.
it made me want to quit my parking job and I work at a comic book store now, so I saw a bunch of these, and I want to buy one, but I don't want to pay.
So here's some bullshit though. This
It's just
book is going back
$18.
to a second printing, and the 1 in 25 is going to be the version of this 1 in 25.
Mm,
Isn't that kind of shitty?
Yeah.
It's
It
been
gives
happening
you
a
a
lot
chance
though.
What's up, Eric?
They're doing
Eric.
they're doing the same thing with the Spider-Man #7. The 125 is going to be
The version.
the version of the variant that's spoiler variant or whatever.
It's such a good cover. Alex Maleev killed it on this, but I'm just not sure how I feel about taking a 1 in 25 and recycling it. I don't know. What do you think, Joe? Is that fuckery or no? No.
I don't know how
No.
to answer that. You know, I'm just like, oh my god.
Good point. Good point. Well said. That was eloquent.
No, like I get it. You know what I mean? Like looking at this piece of art, I mean, it's just a phenomenal rendition of Boba Fett. But don't overkill it. You know, make it special. That's what these things are supposed to be. They're supposed to be special. Like put a
and just
different
taking the trick off is
cover.
just lazy, right? Just
Like
do
leave it alone. Leave it alone and put out something else. You could do a second print with a different cover.
or make it
don't-
black. Make the background all
don't
black.
like
That'd be cool.
like you should have did the virgin from the jump. You should have if you were going to do that, like
Yeah.
quit taking advantage of people. You know what I mean? This book is fine the way it is. Don't mess with it, you know? But
Well, there you go.
whatever.
That's Joe not having an opinion.
I'm sorry. You know, it's a
$18
bit,
call,
you know,
guys.
it's a business at the end of the day, you know, if somebody wants it, they're going to go get it, you know,
Yeah.
and I'm kind of old school, but then, you know, I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth because if I really, oh yeah, I got you know, if I come across it, you know, and I get it for half price, I'm talking shit. So I don't know. I kind of got mixed emotions about it.
I do too. I get what you're saying there. All right. So first point goes to Jen. Guys, if you are just joining, we are playing Drunkovision, which means we will show you a pixelated image of a comic and you got to call out as soon as you know.
Is Spider-Man
Spider-Man.
2099 the first of what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spider-Man
We all knew about
2099.
I'm not fair.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll get the point.
freezing. I said Spider-Man and then it froze.
I
we get
don't
the
Yeah,
know.
mine too. Mine froze too.
We all get the point.
No.
Mm, I'll give you all a pity point on that one, I guess. You all get a pity point. Anthony and I had this huge debate about this outfit because it's like it looks blue. And he's like, well, that's how they
It
did
is
black.
blue.
And I'm like, no, it looks blue.
It's blue.
Well, it's blue black. It's supposed to be black blue, but you know what I mean? And him and I went back and forth on this. I'm like, there had to have been a better way of doing this other than making it blue.
Yeah.
No? Anyway.
Mm.
First solo title featuring Spider-Man 2099 is going for about $75 or $128. You all get a pity point. Still Jen's in the lead.
Okay. Pay points.
Brace yourselves.
Okay.
Oh, damn it.
Is it a kid looking up with the little thing?
Not even close.
Is it Cubert?
I don't know.
You remember that video game, Cubert?
No, it's not Cubert. No.
It's
I
a
had this
comic,
on
right?
here. Hint for Cynthia, but she left.
Is it a foreign comic?
No, it's the Joker.
Vampirella.
It's Vampirella. Correct.
damn it.
Got
This
it right.
is one of
I win.
Cynthia's favorite comics. So it's Vampirella #3. She talks about this one a lot. So I put it on here for her and she wasn't here. Good call,
Oh.
Lucy. So Lucy gets a wait. Who's losing right now? Not Jen. Not Lucy. Joe.
I'm losing. What are you talking about?
He
Yeah,
has
buddy.
a petty point, I guess.
You have a
kind of.
pity
Pity point.
point.
I don't want a pity point. Start the show.
$66.
Okay, now we're playing
Rob.
for real. That was the practice run.
Okay, now this one's for
Now
real.
it's
You
on.
ready? This
Darn
one's worth
right.
triple points.
Okay.
Yeah, quadruple points.
Okay.
Ooh, I am tipsy. It's hard to host when you're tipsy.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah. Okay.
Star Wars Clone Wars.
Clone Wars.
One.
Oh, Jen beat you to it, Joe.
No, she didn't.
Yes,
So
she
fast.
did.
I heard
Oh my
Joe.
god.
I heard Joe first.
Wait,
But
I
Thank you,
heard Jen
Lucy.
first. Hold on, chat decide, Joe or Jen.
I heard
I-
Joe
I can't-
first, but I don't know.
I heard
I'll give it
Jen
to Joe.
first.
I'll give it to Joe. But I love this comic. I have 3.
Yeah.
All right, we'll give it to
Yay,
Joe.
Jen
So
someone.
it says Jen. Maybe I'm
Okay.
wrong. Maybe it was.
Unless,
We're gonna give it to Joe.
Okay. People are
No.
saying Jen. I don't know.
Thank you, Jen.
Unless you were lower than
Joe's like,
Mikey,
I'll
was
take it.
kind of-
Thank you, Jen.
I'll just take 1 point, please.
Yes. So now you're all tied technically. First appearance. Oh, Jen, go ahead. You read it.
Oh, it's first appearance all in a floppy comic, Sokatano.
Mm-hmm.
What's not a floppy comic was our first appearance.
That's a Shipyard of Doom. That's like a digest.
That's why you're not allowed to go like this when somebody tells you that you're brilliant. Yes, you are
Oh.
at all
Oh.
times. It was total. Nope, that's not a pity point.
So,
Joe got it
I would say, do you see these books flying on eBay right now?
everywhere.
It's nuts.
I don't
It's
want to sell
crazy.
them.
You have some? How many do you have?
She said 3.
You have 3. Can I have one?
Sell it. Sell it. Sell
Jen.
it.
I like
Are they
them.
graded, Jen?
No,
You get $300.
Send them to
You
Joe.
haven't gotten them graded?
I don't really. It's.
What?
I've only gotten comics graded one time, and it felt really weird to not see them for 8 months, and then always feeling like, oh my god, are they gonna get damaged or stolen? Like get lost in the mail? Like I don't. I'm afraid. And then I want to do on-site grading, but they haven't brought it back yet.
Okay, send them
So
to Joe.
let me tell you, those books are expensive, and like, I would tell you this: protect your investment, because at the end of the day, you want to collect what you love, but you also want to have something that appreciates in value as well,
grade it,
because
is
that
what you're saying.
validates your expertise in this whole thing. Otherwise, you're just throwing your money away. So if there's some things that you can get graded and level up your collection, absolutely do it. Don't be scared. Like,
Well, I mean, when I buy multiples because I keep wanting a better copy. So then for a while I was selling.
do you
the
need
one-
them pressed?
Huh?
Do you need them pressed?
Well, one has this weird thing on it, but I don't know what it is. I'll send you a picture.
Joe can fix it. Joe can fix it.
I could try.
Send pictures.
Yeah.
Send pictures. Okay, which one's next? I'm ready.
All right. So right now we're at everybody's tied.
1.
Yeah, 222.
All right. So this is ironically the last book, so don't fuck this up.
Okay.
Oh,
Tron.
it's Voltron. Jenny
Oh
Friesen.
man,
I said
damn it!
I said Tron.
First.
Huh?
Wait, did you say Tron or
No,
Voltron?
I said Tron.
Oh,
Never
then
mind.
Jen got it first.
Yeah.
I
said
put this on because I want it so badly, and it's my favorite.
I can't believe you don't have this cover, Laura.
I don't have this cover.
I don't
What's
either.
this
never
going
seen
for
it
now? Is it going for a
It's like
couple hundred raw?
$400 raw. 400
How
raw.
much? 400
400?
raw? You
Mm.
got to be kidding!
I've never seen it in
Yeah.
the wild. I've never seen it.
What's next?
That
And
is
I can't bring myself
nuts.
to do it. I'm just like, I keep on thinking about it. I'm like, no, Laura, no.
Laura,
Feed your
it'll
children.
probably be in a collection one day when you buy one.
I
See,
keep
I-
hoping that.
I think this is such a huge thing, though, right? And I think that inadvertently we, like, because a lot of people, and we talked about it last night on our other show, we on long story short, we just inadvertently like rediscovered like there's really no spec anymore, because these people aren't sticking to source material, so you just don't know what the hell they're doing now, right? But
True.
this, creator first, like it's
Yep.
it's almost like the sports card hobby, where you want their rookie card,
Yeah.
right? And if you love Jenna Friesen, this is her rookie card, right? The first cover,
And
right? If
I'll
you will.
agree with Chad here. It's not one of her better covers, but it's her first. So what Joe's
Right.
saying is 100% spot on.
Well,
I
is that
want
this
it.
thing between this one and that hack and slash?
Hack Slash was her first commission, but what was published first was
This
Voltron.
one. Yeah, Voltron.
Right. So I don't see much of a debate there. Whatever book was published first is their first.
See, but that's
Right?
the
'Cause
thing.
otherwise-
You say like it's not her best cover, it's her first cover. And what artists do, great artists, they continue to evolve,
Mhm.
right? And it's fun to
Exactly.
see, like
Yes.
if you look at J. Scott Campbell's first stuff back in the early 90s compared to how mature it is now. Because before it was cartoonish, campy, and then it just he continued to get better. And the stuff he did with Disney was phenomenal. You look at Adam Hughes, and so like having these first covers and then 20 years later seeing where they are now is just that's the fun part of the hobby. Is with writers, some get better, some get worse, but especially artists that you follow and you love, right? And just growing with them. So I mean, that's the fun part of the hobby.
I agree. And I mean, who just hopped in? Okay. We're gonna keep
Somebody hop
moving.
in.
I don't know. What is this? What's this? Ben S. How's
Hey.
it going?
Oh, hey.
Ben.
Hello.
Ben, are you there? We're gonna let him just sit there for a second. If he comes back, I'll put him back on. All right. So to end the show, we decided to let Britt, as we talked about earlier, she is our behind the scenes graphic designer. Everything that you see in these shows, guys, she puts hours, blood, sweat, tears. I think she's almost killed every single one of us at least 10 times because we changed things on her last minute, or we're like, we decided not to do that, Britt. And she's like, it's okay, I don't need sleep. And she does it anyway. So Britt, our behind the scenes angel, chose the Vana of the week this week. And Jen, why don't you read it for her?
When women work together, it is a bond unlike any other. Victoria Principal.
I used to have a big crush on Victoria Principal.
Really?
Oh man, you don't even know.
That's
Mama.
like the perfect quote. That's the perfect quote. I don't think I could have summed that up better. Insanely grateful to have been a part of this channel for 2 years. Insanely grateful for the amount of people that we've added to this. I hope you guys out there that are watching, I hope you guys like it too. It does take a lot of time. That's the truth. It takes a lot of time. We all have jobs, we all have kids, we all have families, but we choose to be here because we find joy in having conversation with one another and with you. And we like being a part of a community. So
It's kind of weird, right? Like it just seems like the last 2 years, like technology's improved because now I can see myself in 4K.
right, we're all sharp and pointy.
Yeah, right. I'm clear.
You can see how drunk I am in 4K.
Yeah, right. Shame on you, Laura. Shame.
Dude, I'm gonna go pass out here in a second. No, not true.
Do you feel bad for all the people who did questions and we didn't answer them?
Throw some of them up, Lucy.
Yeah.
Throw some questions up. I'll answer whatever at this point. The surprising thing you've learned from doing
That's
a
a good
podcast.
question.
Ooh. Anybody have an answer? Because I have to think about this.
I would say probably because I was a lurker for, a very long time. I knew it took effort, but especially in those early videos, I stuttered so much. And then also just having the stick-to-itiveness, because a lot of people will start these things and then just pop away.
Laura.
Lucy can't speak, but she said the exact same thing. How much work these shows take, how much time they take.
Brian was so tough on me. Getting sound right, being clear as to what my point is, and Brian's phenomenal. You see the way he carries himself, and he can jump. I remember me and Aaron tried to do a podcast and we were struggling, and he just jumps right in and just takes over. I mean, you're kind of that same way, Laura. Like when you come in, you just, it feels like you guys could do radio,
That's been an interesting part for me, Joe, When I first started doing this, I was insanely insecure. Insanely. I felt very vulnerable. And I'm telling you, those early day messages were fucking brutal. People would tell me I spoke too loud. I
What?
spoke too quiet. I needed to lose weight was one of the biggest ones I heard.
What?
Wow.
Oh yeah, I got told multiple times in our early streaming days that I need to drop weight because my cheeks are too big. Which I have cheekbones. I can't
What?
fix that.
That
What?
is nuts.
Did
Yeah,
they
yeah.
DM you that? Because that's
Oh, Anthony handled that pretty well. He was like, "Who said this?" But like learning to deal with the criticism and realizing that not everybody's going to like us and that's okay because it's unrealistic for me to think I'm going to like everybody in the chat. If I met everybody in the chat, would I love all of you? Probably not. So some of you might not love me and that's okay. But find somebody on the show that you do like. Yeah, Ben, where'd you go? We had you on for like 2 seconds. Come back. But anyway, that's probably the biggest thing that I've learned from streaming is trying not to take things so personally. Because I used to lay in bed at night and just think about these comments that were being made, and it would drive me insane. And Ant's like, Laura, that's not the point of this. The point is to go and have fun and talk about a passion of yours with people that you enjoy. So that would be my big one.
I think I would get kind of crazy and like when I would see comments about me, I would be disappointed
It's
to say the
difficult.
least.
It's
And
difficult.
and I would continue the conversation offline, like, oh yeah, But I've grown up. I feedback is a gift, right? So when they made some comments about like, because I was nervous, and I would say
Filler words. Filler words.
So, but I'm not a professional. I continue to do it because I love doing it, and I love hanging out with my friends and talking comics. So hopefully
would they
over
do
the
it in the
next couple of years we'll get better.
would they do
Jen?
the chat or DM? Like, where are you guys seeing these things? Oh, that's right.
Oh,
'cause
I get
chat on for a
DMs.
long time.
I still get DMs to this day.
Really? Oh, I need to check my DMs. I don't check my DMs.
I get feedback all the time, and then
Mhm.
and now that they know I can do something for them, they don't talk as much shit. Hey Hood, can you press a book for me? So
Hey, use
right.
it.
But I
And
still
now that
think
they
you're an
see
asshole.
If they see Anthony at cons, if they ever meet Anthony, they back off a little bit because Ant's like this 6 foot tall tattooed Mexican guy. It's like don't talk shit about his wife. But
So nice though.
Anthony,
yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
he's
shit.
nice unless you talk about me or our kids. Then he's not nice.
Well, you know that you don't talk about kids, man. There's plenty of stuff to talk about the individual. Like if you can't do that, then you're not being creative.
Were there any other questions, Lucy, before I wrap it up?
Mark Wahlberg. Hey, thank you, man. I love you too, bro.
Nimesh asked when Brian was still on, and he asked Brian and I if we're excited to see Wookiee Jedi. I'm excited if it's Gunji.
I heard that it is going to be Gunji.
Yes.
How could they not?
I
Like-
know.
Yeah, you just don't do that shit.
You don't.
You know.
Yeah.
But
like,
let me
whatever.
tell you, I'm excited. Who to say Mangold is going to do the Dawn of the Jedi?
Mhm.
Oh my God! Hey, Ray's coming back.
Hey, Joe, we've never had Ben Stein on the show. Not once.
Put him on.
Oh, I got to meet him. I took him to Oak Park Once Up Comic Shop.
He's
Like-
one of those people that can handle criticism, and he's always so cool. He's always as cool as a cucumber.
I had to let
Yeah.
somebody have it the other night. They were talking shit about Ben. So
Right? Is he one of those people like if anybody talks about Ben Stein, like you're out?
Well,
Like, that's
Ben,
fun.
he's also great at going into comic shop and knowing the rules and then playing to those rules. So if you go to he's the one that told me, he's like, okay, if it's eBay, they check eBay, then just pick the books that aren't on eBay. And I was like, oh, that's freaking genius.
absolutely.
All right, Lucy's cueing me that we do a giveaway. I
Okay.
think that's what she meant. She lost her voice, so her putting that up. Make a comment. You'll be in the giveaway. I think what I'm gonna do is call this like a Bird City love bundle. So if you win this, I'll send you some stuff. The end. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. I'll just send you some stuff.
Oh, maybe we could do collect all the past chats from the Beetle one and then just do like an after show.
Let's do that because I think this is like I think it'll be better for me to kind of throw in things.
Ooh, I think we all forgot to send a shout out to Aaron Yee, who has been a host on this show and helped out everybody. Aaron is such a good man. And he's a good friend of mine. So
And he's talented.
absolutely.
And
I
knowledgeable.
couldn't even log on to damn StreamYard when I first started.
He definitely teaches us like everything. But hold on really quickly. There was another question here. Go down the line. If you could be a character, who do you see yourself being? Jen.
What? Where's that? Where is it? Who said that?
Oh, it's up here. I saw it, but
oh wait, who would play you in a movie or character?
No, like what character you would be. I've been hearing a lot that I'd be Sue Storm, so I'll go with that. So who would you be?
I'd be the Thing. I'd be the Thing.
You would be. That would be perfect.
Or the Hulk.
Probably an older Kamala Khan.
Ah, I like that. Who would Lucy be? Wonder Woman.
No, she'd be Yara Flor. Mama.
She could be America Chavez, maybe like a version of that. I could see that. Anyways, all right, Lucy, go ahead and spin the wheel. This will be for the first giveaway. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and celebrating 2 years of Nearing Nerdvana with us. It's been a ride, but it's been worth every single moment. We are very, very excited to be a part of this and to continue going. Hopefully, like Jen said, we'll be like here in 20 years. John!
All right, John.
Yay, John.
Shout out John Stout.
Oh, yeah, I was telling Laura, I kind of see us hopefully one day being like the golden, like the Golden Girls, like the Golden Girls of comics. Who would you be in the Golden Girls?
Who's the slut? I don't want to say slutty. Who's the one that's like a little bit more risque? I like her. She's spicy. Blanche. Blanche. I'll be Blanche.
Wasn't Blanche the sophisticated one?
Yeah.
That fits too. I'll take Blanche. I like.
Who is the tall?
I think that was Blanche.
The tall one.
Yeah.
I don't know their names. I need to go back and watch it. I've only seen like a couple episodes in my entire life. So
thank you for being a friend.
Who's Joe?
Oh, Dorothy. I know Dorothy. I want to become Dorothy.
All right.
Oh, it was Dorothy, right?
Dorothy's the tall one that was just very blunt.
I don't know, man.
Well, there you go.
I am woman, hear me roar.
Lucy's saying, people say I look like Rodriguez from Fast Five. Wait, Michelle Rodriguez from Furious, whatever, Fast and the Furious? I could see that. There you go. That's perfect. I hate that you lost your voice. Guys, Lucy's sick. We're going to let her go. Again, there's over 50 of you here. Please do not hop off YouTube. Go directly over to the Hot 10 with Ben Stein and Brian McClay. As we've already said a couple times throughout the show, they have been huge supporters. If anything, show them some support on our behalf. Say that Nearing Nirvana sent you. Make us look good. Stay golden. That's what Lucy has to say. Stay golden, guys. And Joe, I told Anthony today, like, not to get sappy, you're honest to God one of the coolest people I've ever met. I'm like, I am
thank you, man.
so glad that we have you on our side. I feel like I could be like, hey, Joe, this guy talks shit, and you would go to war without hearing any context. You would just fight because that's the kind of friend you are. You're loyal. And that's...
I am, we've known each other for a couple of years, and it's just like this, but we've talked so much, and
I know.
You guys have shared stuff with me that it's important to me, and I appreciate you guys work very hard, and this is a tough business, and if people start talking shit, it pisses me off. I mean, it's about friendship at the end of the day too. I mean, but I think sometimes people take things a little too far, and at the end of the day, you're just trying to do your job and sell books. That's what that's what you do. It's a business, and you can't make everybody happy. But there's no, fuckery. Like, here's the books, there's the text. You know, go at it. It's just like a shoe drop or something like that, and people just get all butt hurt because they can't get it. Oh well,
Yeah.
like there's stuff I can't get. I don't go and hit the retailer up and say I fucking hate you, and I mean it's ridiculous.
I'm gonna burn your house down.
Yeah, man. Those people that like, go kill yourselves, man.
Joe, see what I mean? Okay, if you guys follow me on Instagram, Lucy and I did a collab of something about this because her and I were talking, and it's a little clip from shit. What's the movie? What's the movie?
I saw it. It's
Who's
The
probably
Town.
gonna take The Town? That's right, The Town.
It was the
And her
best
and I
line
did
from the
that.
movie.
Isn't that fucking hilarious? I was sitting there when I watched it, and I was like, the only person I could picture doing this was Lucy, because I know that if I called her up. But Joe, you're another one I could have done that with. Jen, you're another one I could have done that with. Even though you would have done side eye, you would have been like, whose car are we gonna take? You would have been hesitant, but you would still be there. You would be.
Okay, here's
And
the
I guess
thing. If you're in a fight, I'm gonna hop in.
and kick everybody's ass. You're like a pro boxer.
Well, I wasn't pro.
Could have been.
I was amateur.
Yeah, I would take you in a fight any day. Love you guys so much. I think we're to call it for tonight. Again, guys, stay tuned and head over to the Hot 10. Tell them that Nearing Nirvana sent you. We will be back. Oh, hold on. Monday, we have Cover Lovers at 6:30. Tuesday, we have Comic Book Women. Again, that's our flagship show that kind of started this whole gig at 6:35. Wednesday is the Mondo Mail Call. Thursday, Long Story Short. That is always a good one. Joe's on that regularly. So if you're a Joe fan, definitely tune in with that with Yee. He's there a lot too. And Carter. Friday is Nearing Nerdvana. And Saturday, we have the Morning Toy Box. So if you're a toy collector.
But this Sunday, we're going to do something special.
Oh, shit. Yes. This Sunday, we actually just got done with an interview with Television. He's going to give you a different perspective on AI. And I'm going to admit, I went into that interview a little bit hesitant because I have my views on things. But if you stop learning, you stop growing. So tune into that. And
that guy is super cool as shit.
Mm-hmm.
He changed my mind on a couple of things.
He's on to something. I don't know what it is, but like, you know what I mean? It's one of like, man, like he's on the verge of like, there could be a game-changing thing that he's going to do. Like he's on to something.
Yeah. And
because the world is changing. Comics need to change. They can't just continue to stay the same. When I worked in a shop and the first time I saw a prestige format book, I said, wow, this is different. And the paper quality changed, the ink changed. So eventually these books can't stay the same way. And you need to change the game. If you want more readers, and you need to create something more interactive to engage these readers, right?
Yeah.
So, and you got to have comics. Comic books at the end of the day is the only medium where a kid will see a word he doesn't understand and they'll go grab a dictionary to go see what it means or look it up on their phone.
That's where we started, Joe.
It helps people learn how to read. So we've got to continue to have this medium, but we've got to have it in a way where it can still be interactive and keep these kids' attention. Like their attention right now is just 2 seconds on TikTok, just flipping through things.
Dude, my attention's 2 seconds on TikTok. Half the time it's like, hey, you need to hear this. I'm like, no, I don't. Next. I'm like, nope, I don't need to hear this. Like I flip through it, and that's the truth of it. But you're correct. And we talked to him about that a little bit, about how some of the most like difficult and uncomfortable situations are also often the most important. So tune in on Sunday. It's going to be a recorded show with Television. He is the author of a best-selling AI-assisted comic book called Blank Canvas. 80s Comic Geek. It's not completely written by AI, but definitely assisted by AI. We already asked him, if you guys tune into that recording, if you have any questions, to leave a comment after the fact, and he will go back and he will answer. Please be respectful when you do that. We're trying to have a productive conversation. We don't just want to like talk shit and insult people. So, all right, that's it for us tonight. You guys have a good weekend. Happy Easter, everybody.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Thank you,
Mwah.
Easter Bunny. Bye bye.